Hey coffee lovers, whether you're a casual sipper or a dedicated aficionado, coffee is a beloved part of many of our daily routines. Ever heard the rumor about beetle poop in your coffee? It might sound like an urban legend, but there's more to it than you might think. Yeah, it sounds gross, but let's dive into it and see what's really going on. You might be surprised by what we uncover. First off, let's talk about where this idea comes from. The history of coffee is rich and complex, and so are the stories surrounding it. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration, or the FDA, actually permits small amounts of natural contaminants in our food. That includes insect parts. This might sound alarming, but it's a reality of food production. So technically, there could be tiny bits of bugs in your coffee, but don't freak out just yet. These amounts are usually so small that they're harmless. The FDA has guidelines for coffee manufacturers. These guidelines are in place to ensure that the coffee we drink is safe and clean. They need to take action if 10% or more of green coffee beans are insect-infested or damaged. This means that the majority of the coffee beans that make it to your cup are thoroughly inspected. These beans should be easy to spot and removed before roasting. So most of the time, your coffee is pretty clean. The roasting process also helps in eliminating any remaining contaminants. But what about those pesky cockroaches? They're often associated with dirty environments, but they can be a concern in coffee production too. Well, they're not the biggest problem for coffee growers. The real coffee villain is the coffee berry borer beetle. This tiny pest is a major headache for coffee farmers around the world. These tiny beetles are a nightmare for coffee farmers. Female beetles bore into coffee berries and lay eggs in the beans. The larvae then hatch and munch away on the beans, causing significant damage. Fun fact: the coffee berry borer beetle is the only insect that can feed solely on coffee beans without getting poisoned by caffeine, thanks to some detoxifying bacteria in its guts. This unique adaptation makes them particularly resilient. So, if you ever find beetle poop in your coffee, it's probably from these little guys. Their presence can be a sign of infestation in the coffee beans. Another common pest is the coffee bean weevil, which targets stored beans in warm, damp regions. These weevils can cause damage both inside and on the surface of the beans. Both the beetles and weevils cause damage inside and on the surface of coffee beans. This damage can affect the quality and taste of the coffee. Now, if you're feeling queasy, there's a simple solution. You can take control of your coffee's cleanliness with a few easy steps. Buy whole coffee beans and inspect them yourself before grinding. This way, you can ensure that the beans you're using are free from any unwanted pests. And if cockroaches still worry you, keep your coffee machine clean. Regular cleaning can prevent these pests from making a home in your coffee maker. Cockroaches love warm, moist, dark environments, so make sure your machine is spotless. A clean coffee machine not only brews better coffee, but also keeps pests at bay. As one pest control website says, if you find a cockroach crawling under or near your coffee maker, chances are there are more of them. It's important to address any signs of infestation immediately, so there you have it. While the idea of beetle poop in your coffee might be unsettling, it's not as common as you might fear. Beetle poop in your coffee? Possible, but not probable. With proper handling and a bit of vigilance, you can enjoy your coffee without worry. And you've got the power to avoid it with a few simple steps. By being mindful of your coffee's source and maintaining cleanliness, you can ensure a great cup every time. Enjoy your next cup of joe with peace of mind. Knowing what goes into your coffee can make each sip even more satisfying. And if you like this video, hit that subscribe button for more fascinating facts about your favorite foods. Catch you next time. Stay curious and keep sipping.